Coming up on this episode of Coordinated.
If you are a new AP coordinator and don't know who the AP Course Audit Administrator is at your school, I'd suggest checking around because
it might be you.
Right, because it might be you.
Greetings, AP coordinators, and welcome to Season 7 of Coordinated. Our goal for this season? To help AP coordinators successfully manage their AP programs from the start of school up through the AP exam final ordering deadline of November 15, 2022.
This season, we're releasing 2 sets of episodes, creating the opportunity to listen on demand to specific topics at different times, depending on when your school year begins.
Let's get started. I'm Derek Cometa.
And I'm Rachel McBride. Welcome to the podcast for AP coordinators.
Welcome to Coordinated.
Season 7, Episode 4, the AP Course Audit.
Hey, Rachel.
Hey, Derek.
So, as a former English teacher, you probably know that there are a few words in the English language that have multiple meanings or definitions. Actually, I think there are more than a few.
Right. And they are referred to as homonyms. For example, there's the word racket. A racket can be a piece of equipment that I use when playing tennis. And Derek, racket can also describe that noise you make when you're blasting your boombox as you strut down the school hallway.
Good example. And no comment on my boombox. Anyways, where was I? Oh, right. Words with multiple meanings, homonyms. So I have a quick challenge, Rachel. I'm going to share a word and then ask you to
share what the meaning of the word is. Okay, I like this. It's like a podcast game show. I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. The word is audit. A-U-D-I-T, audit.
Okay, a few definitions or meanings come to mind. Depends on the context, right? So in the counselor world, audit can mean attending a course for no academic credit. Some schools allow students to audit a class.
I'm familiar with that definition, but what do you think the word audit means for an AP coordinator?
Well, in that case, only one thing comes to mind. I'm thinking about the AP Course Audit.
That's what I was thinking too. And our conversation in this episode about the AP Course Audit, well, it ties in so nicely with our previous topics. We started this season talking about the access code that allows AP coordinators access to AP registration and ordering. After that, we covered the participation form. And then last episode, we talked about creating class sections. That was
episode 3. And Derek, this topic, the AP Course Audit, it connects the topics in all of those episodes, doesn't it?
It does. So let's start with this. Each school year, AP courses are authorized by the AP program through the AP Course Audit. New AP teachers complete a course audit form, and the form is then approved by the AP Course Audit Administrator at each school. So, Rachel, I just mentioned a specific role at each school, a role that is filled by someone called the AP Course Audit Administrator. Can you tell us more about this person and maybe who this person is?
Yes, that's a great question. The AP Course Audit Administrator can be a school administrator, a counselor, or even the AP coordinator. It depends on the school. If you are a new AP coordinator and don't know who the AP Course Audit Administrator is at your school, I'd suggest checking around because
Because it might be you.
Right, because it might be you. It's not uncommon for the AP coordinator to also serve as the school's AP Course Audit administrator. It's definitely not required, though, and it often varies at each school. I'm not the AP Course Audit administrator at my school. My assistant principal is. Either way, it's important to find out who fills this role as soon as possible. Why? Because the information in the AP Course Audit directly impacts the teacher names that appear in AP registration and ordering when we are
creating class sections, which, nice coincidence, which was a topic of our previous episode.
Exactly.
All right, so to refresh, in episode 3, we mentioned that either the AP coordinator or AP teacher can create class sections. There are times when, at the start of the school year, coordinators may find that their AP teachers have already created their class sections over the summer. That can be the case for returning AP teachers teaching the same AP subjects because, for these particular teachers, they already have the ability to create class sections and their names appear in that drop-down menu when creating a class section.
Right. And for new AP teachers or for an existing AP teacher who is teaching an AP course for the first time, these teachers add their course or courses in AP Course Audit. Then the course audit form must be completed and approved by the AP Course Audit administrator. Once approved, the teacher can access AP Classroom, which is very important. And once approved, the teacher's name appears in that all-important drop-down menu in AP Registration and Ordering. Also, very important.
And of course, more information on AP Course Audit can be found on the web and in, Rachel?
In the AP Coordinator's Manual, Part 1, of course, my best friend.
Absolutely. Hey, guess what? I think I feel a summary coming on. But before that, any pro tips for our fellow AP coordinators?
Of course. You mentioned this earlier. If you are a new AP coordinator, please make it a point to find out who your AP Course Audit administrator is. Then let the communication begin. Connect with the AP Course Audit administrator and any new teachers to make sure they get the process started. As the AP coordinator, we want all teachers' names, both new and returning, to appear in our AP Registration and Ordering drop-down menus. This allows us to create our class sections.
Thank you for the pro tips. And now...
We know. Summary time. Take it away, Derek.
The AP Course Audit is how schools authorize their AP courses. New teachers complete a course audit form, which must be approved by the AP Course Audit administrator at their school. For returning AP teachers who are teaching the same AP subjects, good news, their names already appear in the drop-down menu in AP Registration and Ordering. And finally, Rachel, remember, some words in the English language have more than one meaning.
Right. And for us AP coordinators, the word audit, as in AP Course Audit, well, it's just another one of our important steps to successfully ordering AP exams each fall.
Speaking of, thank you, everyone. The coordinated conversation continues next episode as we talk about managing the student enrollment process. It's time to get those students into our class sections. We'll talk with you then.
Coordinated is presented by the AP program and the AP Coordinator Experience. Special thanks to the amazing team behind the scenes who bring this show to schools and AP coordinators all across the world. We thank Jackie Ray for our theme song, Good as Gold. Jackie is a former AP Music Theory student at Oakton High School. Additional vocal support by myself, Carly Suge, AP Coordinator at Costa Mesa High School in Southern California.
And AP coordinators, we cannot say it enough. Thank you. We appreciate you, and for all your support of AP students, you are truly good as gold.
And maybe I just don't know. I'll say it over and over and over again till I believe it's so. I'm good as gold.